Kori and welcome to my channel. This is episode 6 of my K-pop body shapes series. Today we'll be talking about the members of I-DLE, or I-DLE. We're gonna call them I-DLE, in respect to them, obviously. So, if you haven't seen the previous seasons, that's alright. I've done Blackpink, ITZY, Everglow, Mamamoo, and AOA, but you know, AOA is a little controversial right now. You don't have to watch that video. You don't have to watch any of those videos. You can just watch this one. So, if you have seen my previous videos, or my previous episodes, then you will know the drill. Basically, I talk about each member of the group I'm focusing on in the video, which is I-DLE today, and I'll describe their body shapes and why I believe they are those shapes. Just remember that all body types are beautiful and one is not better than the other. Okay? This is how I normally start for those people that have never watched any of my episodes. There are 5 main body shapes that I'll be talking about. The rectangle, hourglass, inverted triangle, triangle, round, or oval. I'll just let you know that there are many more body shapes out there, but these are the main ones that I'll be talking about. And there are 4 main body points I'll use to determine each member's body shape. So that's the shoulders, bust, waist, and hips. Hopefully that makes sense. Normally, to determine a body shape, you need to know the measurements to be sure. But since these details aren't public about K-pop idols, we're just going to eyeball this. We're going to keep this topic light, you know, like cotton candy light. Just light. Not too heavy. Not too deep. Okay, let's begin. Remember to like for more content like this and subscribe to be part of my lovely subby squad. We're almost up to 500 subs, so thank you so much for subscribing. And also shout out to the person that requested this group and a whole bunch of other groups. You gave me a lot of homework to do. I'm just kidding. I enjoy making these videos. So you can request groups as well if you like in the comments below. By the way, just to mention, I'm not a professional. This is just my opinion and all opinions are welcome here. You can comment your opinion in the comments below too. If you believe the girls are a different body shape to what I've said, then obviously leave that in the comments below. Everyone's opinion is valid here, okay? I'm not here to say that I'm right and you're wrong. No, this is just for fun, okay? Let's start with Sion. So, the talented rapper of the group, Sion, she has a small frame and a small torso, and overall, her body points look very similar. She has a small frame, so she's a small being. In some photos, her hips look larger than her shoulders, and others, they look the same. So I had to check out her fan cam videos, and it seems that both her shoulders and hips may just be similar in size, but it could also be depending on if she's dieting. So, have you guessed what she is yet? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so if you guessed triangle, then you're right. Well, you have the same opinion as me. I think Soyeon sometimes gives off the illusion of a rectangle because her body points are so similar, but she does have a butt, you know. If you have a look at her side profile, she does have, she's got hips. The girl's got hips. And I think her hips are probably the largest measurement. So to me that means that she's a triangle. And the girl's got a butt, okay? So what do you guys think? Comment below. Next up is the cutie pie, Uki. So this girl was actually so hard to figure out because she's always wearing oversized clothing or dresses. So I couldn't figure out her body shape. But there were bits and bobs here, photos here and there where she's wearing jeans and all that. So Uki has a small frame. She's got a balanced torso. Her bust, waist, and hips seem to be the same size, similar in size, and her shoulders actually stand out. So to me, Uki is an inverted triangle. A lot of females in the K-pop industry actually have this body type. It's very common. Next up is Shuhwa. This girl, guys, this girl has very deceiving photos. Especially these 2 photos that are up on the screen that you can see now. So I went to both fan cams. You know, these photos came from fan cams, so I went to both of them to figure out her true body shape, and I just have to say that people really love her proportions, and she does give off the illusion of a particular body shape, which is why I think people like her so much. So I believe that she is an inverted triangle. But I think she has a tendency to give off like an hourglass shape. Here's why. In some photos, her shoulders are very wide in comparison to the rest of her body points. However, in some very deceiving photos, most of which when she's dancing, she shows off a triangular appearance. More of a triangular appearance. She does have a defined waist, which is probably why she gives off, you know, that hourglass shape. She could just be a combination of body types, depending on her weight as well. And I'm not saying weight is a bad thing. I love it when, you know, idols look healthy, you know? Okay, next up is Minnie, our Thai princess. So, this girl also wears a lot of oversized clothing, making my job harder than it needs to be. So in general, Minnie has wide shoulders compared to the rest of her body points. However, after watching some fan cams of Minnie to see her like side profile, I believe Minnie does have a little bit of a butt. So that changes my opinion of her body shape, which is rectangle. She doesn't have a defined waist, meaning she wouldn't be an inverted triangle or a triangle, because to be either of those shapes you need to have like a defined waist. And her body points, her shoulders, bust, waist, and hips may have similar measurements. She looks like she's very similar, which is why I chose the rectangle. Also, I believe she does have a long torso, so that also adds to her being a rectangle. Yeah, what do you guys think? Next up is Mion, our lovely, lovely visual. Looking at Mion in photos, she has wide shoulders compared to her bust, waist, and hips, and I feel like I'm just saying this over and over to all the girls in Idol, but just keep listening. She has a very slim figure and a balanced torso because of the clothes she gets to wear on stage. And even her personal style, she gives off the illusion of an hourglass, as she emphasizes her waist most of the time. It may just be that her stylist is really good at picking out Mion's clothes. So yeah, having a look at some fan cams, I believe Mion is an inverted triangle. The top two body points, her bust and shoulders, seem to be larger compared to her bottom body points, like her waist and hips. Her hips aren't too wide. In fact, she's always wearing dresses, so it's hard to compare her hips to her other body points, but what do you guys think? And last but not least, it's the one you've been waiting for. Don't lie, you were waiting for her, you know it. Soojin. So the one that everyone says that they'll change their sexuality for. Here we go. Soojin has wide shoulders and hips. Her waist is defined. Yes, very defined. And she has a balanced torso. I think in some photos she gives off the illusion of an inverted triangle, but it may be due to the clothes that she's wearing. And it could also be because she's on a diet, because we've all seen the hate that she gets, you know, when people think that she doesn't fit the Korean beauty standard. But you can clearly see what she is, right? Yeah, so if you guessed hourglass, you would have the same opinion as me. Sometimes I watch these videos, and people are very quick to dismiss a female idol being an hourglass shape. And, like, that's your opinion. Like, of course, that's your opinion. But you have to understand that it is also a natural body shape that people actually have. Like, people do have this body shape. It's rare, but people do have it. And I think because people are getting cosmetic surgery to obtain, like, an exaggerated version of this body shape, people think that it's not something that's natural. But it does. It exists naturally. You can have wide hips, your shoulders can be wide, you can have a bust and defined waist, and I believe Soojin does have this body shape when she's not forced to diet. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what body shapes you think or you believe that the girls of I-DLE are to you. We all have different opinions, so let me know yours, guys. Write it in the comment section below. Credit goes to the owners of the photos. I do not own any of these photos in the video. Also, remember to like and subscribe, and peace!